All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is taken at the 3, and he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready. 59, Mark. Check, 59. And let's get there. Check. Fresno. Check. Joker.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On second down now, it's Hines, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready. 90, Wolf. Rebuck.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to find Gallup here complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
60 or.
Taken down. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set, 30 base. Two times. Alone. 3 down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Tight dog. Check. Deep grip.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. This is Hines. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, McBride. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
57, Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen.
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others.
There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Go! Hey, let's go!
Back to throw. McBride. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade express.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, D.
McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The kick by Sanders is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They begin the drive with Hines. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Check, 59.
Hey!
Check 59.
Step.
Operating from the gun. McBride. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Leo. Hey, drop it. Defense.
They'll run on first down. Hines. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, 2.
I got 19. Off the screen.
5.
From the gun, McBride. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. McBride got a man open. It's Ross. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37.
Come on, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, McBride. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
180.
57 to Mike. I'm coming after you.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 41, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Solomon Thomas. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Mayfield. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for the Browns. 45 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle. Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Rock.
On 1st down, it's Hines looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McBride going to take a shot for Gallup. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
We own it. Check out ring. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, wahoo. Ready?
Well, they'll start on the ground with Hines. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Looking to throw. McBride, he'll find Hines out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd and 9 now. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Check back.
On 3rd down, McBride. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McBride. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
60 Pittsburgh. Bravo.
Throwing on first down, McBride. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate. as they've got a 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a run with McCaffrey, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Set, 180.
Watch the run, watch the run.
One touch.
From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
No. I got it. Check.
Hit it.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Browns.
Check 3.
Topper.
Off play action. McBride. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. McBride, he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
This is McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So with that neat 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Browns, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I'ma tell you I'm a mistake.